punted and played defense. But after arriving at Texas Tech, running and catching the football became his specialty, and the fleet-footed Anderson earned the nickname the Golden Palomino. In 1964, he ran for 966 yards with 3 touchdowns and had 32 receptions for 396 yards and 4 touchdowns. Donny's accomplishments in his final season were even more impressive. In 1965, he led the Red Raiders to an 8-2 regular season record and a berth in the Gator Bowl against Georgia Tech. He rushed for 705 yards and 10 touchdowns and had 60 receptions for 797 yards and 7 touchdowns. In addition to his yards from scrimmage, Anderson made a huge impact on special teams, running a kickoff back 100 yards against Oklahoma State. The Sporting News named him co-winner of its Player of the Year award, along with Jim Grabowski of Illinois. He received All-America honors in 1964 and again in 1965, and was a 3-time All-Southwest Conference halfback. Anderson established the Texas Tech career record for all-purpose yardage during his time in Lubbock, and held multiple school records upon completion of his collegiate career. He finished 4th in the 1965 Heisman Trophy race, and is a member of the Texas Tech Hall of Fame and the College Football Hall of Fame. Donny Anderson signed with the Green Bay Packers hours after his final college game and began his NFL career in 1966 as number 44 for the world champion Packers. Anderson was joined on the Packers by fellow All-American and co-Sporting News Collegiate Player of the Year Jim Grabowski, and were tabbed the Gold Dust Twins. Donny primarily served as the team's return specialist in his first season with Green Bay, returning 6 punts for 124 yards and a touchdown, along with 23 kickoff returns for 533 yards. In the following season, Anderson took on a far more prominent role in the Packers offense, gaining 733 yards from scrimmage, catching 22 passes, and scoring 9 touchdowns. Additionally, he gained another 324 yards returning kicks. The versatile Anderson was also the team's punter. In 1967, the left footer worked at punting the ball higher, shortening the distance traveled, but increasing the ball's time in the air to allow better coverage by his team, and introducing hang time as an element to a successful punt. In the 1967 NFL Championship game, famously known as the Ice Bowl, Anderson handled the ball 30 times, including punts, and stood out on the final do-or-die 68-yard drive when he caught 3 passes for 27 yards and picked up 2 critical first downs. The Packers went on to a second consecutive championship win in Super Bowl II, where Anderson was the team's second leading rusher with 48 yards and a touchdown. He also punted the ball 6 times for 239 yards. In all, Anderson played 84 games for the Packers and started 56. He rushed for 3,165 yards, good for a 4-yard average per carry, and caught 125 passes for 1,725 yards, an impressive 13.8 yards per catch. After 6 seasons in Green Bay, Anderson was traded in 1972 to the St. Louis Cardinals. Donny played for the Cardinals through the 1974 season and retired in 1975. Anderson finished his NFL career with 4,696 rushing yards, 209 receptions for 2,548 yards, 15 punt returns for 222 yards, and 34 kickoff returns for no less than 759 yards, and scored 56 total touchdowns. Donny Anderson, the PWC Doak Walker Legends Award recipient.